Welcome to a special edition of the Crypto Buzz by Kalkine TV. I'm Sage and we're going to give you plenty of reasons to keep watching till the end, as we have a special guest interview with Hut 8, a Canadian mining company, the largest holder of self-mined Bitcoin in the world, and their recent purchase of 12,000 new micro-BT crypto mining rigs for close to US $58.7 million, plus much more. And there's brewing a vitriol on Twitter between the Bitcoiners and the shitcoiners. I mean, altcoiners. And its weapon of choice is memes. And in today's show, we'll take a quick look over the price of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Shiba Inu's all-time high, and the buzz from Dogecoin after the tweet from Doge holder Elon Musk. But wait, there's still more, as we'll also report on the price action of THORChain and Harmony, giving you plenty of reasons to stick around. And Bitcoin set an all-time high on the 20th of October, with the digital currency reaching close to $67,000, getting to $66,974. Today, during the Asian Open, it was sitting close to about $63,000, up about 3%, regaining some ground after plunging to near $60,000 levels. The crypto has been trading sideways since then, but the crypto market is very volatile, and although the bulls are backing Bitcoin, with many analysts expecting the long term to be profitable for the hodlers of the crypto, in the short term, the ups and downs are part of the cycle as investors take their earnings and regulatory headwinds aim to provide greater clarity and protection for the investors. But that's not all the crypto sector has to be excited about. Ethereum, the second largest crypto by market capitalization, also set a 5-month high last week, close to $4,366, which was about $10 off the all-time high, being $4,379. Ethereum was close to $4,200 at the Asian Open, and this was up close to 3%. So Ethereum 2.0 is nearing and has been in development for several years, with the anticipation building for the switch from proof-of-work mining to proof-of-stake, which has been delayed yet again till May next year, my sources have revealed. The current ETH miners are able to use proof-of-stake if they actually stake 3 ETH. And it will be interesting to see the impact from these staked ETH being released, with the switch to the beacon chain and proof-of-stake mining now set to happen close to mid-year 2022. And as of now, Bitcoin has recovered some ground and stands well above $60,000. Its market capitalization is still beneath $1.150 trillion and is dominating over the altcoins by about 45%. The watershed news about the ProShares Bitcoin Futures ETF being approved by USA's SEC is still making waves across the crypto sector, with the ETF rising 4% in its trading debut. But Cathie Wood, CEO of ARK Investments, says her company still has not invested into the new Bitcoin Futures ETF, as they are still investigating the tax implications of contango on their investments. The BTC Futures ETF will also be open to the effects of backwardation. However, last week, 22nd of October, digital asset manager Valkyrie launched its new investment offering, Bitcoin Strategy ETF, on the Nasdaq exchange as BTF, and says it could be introducing more. The Australian Senate has revealed its third report on blockchain regulation, a comprehensive investigation into the sector in the aim to proliferate the country into a global industry leader who has strong economic connections with other crypto APAC centres such as Hong Kong and Singapore. Forecast News reported that the Senate Select Committee on Australia as a Technology and Financial Centre, led by Senator Andrew Bragg, is focused on improving investment into crypto and improving Australia's competitiveness as a major global centre. And it's tax time in Australia, with the due date for submission, unless you have a tax agent, being Monday 1st of November, as the regular date of 31st October falls on a Sunday this year. Crypto.com is now offering Australians simple, tailored infrastructure to assist the Australian market regulations, supporting 21 wallets and exchanges. To find out more, head to tax.crypto.com. Follow the link in the description of this video as well. And H&R Block Accountants also provides a free Australian tax guide to cryptocurrency that you can download from their website. It's comprehensive and easy to understand, outlining trading, mining and record keeping for crypto traders in Australia. It also has great tips on the implications of capital gains tax and defines the actions which are categorised as disposal of crypto, such as selling crypto for Australian dollars, exchanging crypto for other crypto, and gifting and trading crypto. Interesting to note that if you are buying crypto assets to trade, this activity may be considered business activity, which opens your earnings to income tax, which might eliminate the 50% capital gains tax discount. To find out more, check out the guide. It's about 10 pages long and can be accessed by giving H&R Block a call on 13 23 25 or download from www.hrblock.com.au. Our fave meme coin Dogecoin was pumped last night after Tesla chief executive and meme doyen Elon Musk waved off his fans' theories that he holds Doge rival Shiba Inu crypto. It was reported by Forbes that Musk reiterated he holds only 3 cryptocurrencies, being Bitcoin, Ethereum and Dogecoin. Doge is down about 4.6% over the last 24 hours, while over the last 7 days it is up 7.4%, and over the last 30 days it is up 25.6%. At the time of writing, which was about 12 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time, according to CoinGecko, the price of Dogecoin was at $0.2643 US, with its all-time high being close to $0.7315 US set back in May 2021. And we've now reached the time for a short break, but keep watching, as when we return we'll have more meme coin magic for you with Shiba Inu, and we'll take a look at the price action of THORChain and Harmony.
Hi there, James Preston for Kalkine TV. Are you into gaming and virtual reality? Does AI and the endless possibilities it entails capture your interest? Or are you constantly trawling through the web to try and discover the latest updates and innovations in the tech space? Well, let us do the work for you. From the latest product launches to shocking affairs on the World Wide Web, exclusive interviews and information about the top companies like Apple and Google, to brand new tech startups vying for your attention. Kalkine's Tech Beat has the latest in what matters in the world of technology. Join me every single Thursday on the Tech Beat, exclusive to Kalkine TV.
Welcome back after the break, and you are watching the Crypto Buzz by Kalkine TV. I'm Sage. And after the confirmation from crypto advocate Elon Musk that he does not hold Shiba Inu coin, the market was set for the price of SHIB to fall. However, it seems to have done the opposite. After surging close to 40% over the last week, there's also buzz that Shiba Inu could flip Dogecoin and find a place in the top 10 cryptos by market cap. Exciting news from the SHIB camp continues to flow, with the next major change being the new Doge DAO offering all Bone token holders a chance to make proposals. Shiba Inu ecosystem's next major update is the launch of Doge DAO, and this is a decentralised autonomous organisation defined as an organisation represented by rules and coded as a transparent computer program controlled by the organisation members and not influenced by a central government. So Bone token holders will be able to make proposals and vote following the update. But hold on to your hat. Based on data from crypto data aggregator CoinMarketCap.com, SHIB's 24-hour trade volume has overshadowed that of ETH by close to $400 million of investors' money. It was also reported that the price of SHIB hit an all-time high yesterday of 0.000044, with a ton of sparks coming off the on-chain activity from the meme coin, proving the DeFi world can offer gains. Trading volume of Shiba Inu token and wrapped Ethereum has exceeded $230 million this week, dishing out gravity-defying returns over 120%, which has set another all-time high on the SHIB ETH pool, making October a very memorable month for the crypto sector. Over the last 24 hours, the price of SHIB is up about 3.7%, according to CoinGecko. And over the last 7 days, it is up 43.1%. And over the last 30 days, it's up a huge 457.3%. Another crypto making some gains from the opening of the ETH pools is THORChain. And according to CoinGecko, the price of THORChain's token Rune is up 7% in the last 24 hours, sitting at $13.64. After the reactivation of the ETH pools last week, Rune rallied 78%. And ThorChain experienced protocol exploits in the form of cyber criminals earlier this year, which resulted in $8 million being drained, plummeting the price of Rune. The developments driving the upward price action on Rune is also linked with the activation or reactivation of the trading across all supported blockchain networks, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Binance Coin and Bitcoin Cash. ThorChain data shows that almost instantly after the opening, the volume surged $2 million in trading volume. One to watch, the THORChain network has several nascent projects that will soon be revealed on Thor's starter, or X-Rune, which is the DeFi operations centre for Rune tokens ecosystem. And over the last 7 days, according to data from CoinGecko, Rune is up 78.5%, and over the last 30 days, it is up 86.5%. Now, Polkadot is one of the blockchains associated with Harmony and is also up today 4.29% at the time of writing, sitting at about $44.44 according to CoinMarketCap. Could be worth putting on your watch list as well. We've reached the time for another break, but stay tuned as when we return, we'll take a closer look at Harmony Crypto and have that special guest interview with Hut 8 Mining. Hi, I'm Sage, and get ready to take the crypto ride with me on Kalkine TV. Watch the crypto buzz every Tuesday and join the excitement at Kalkine TV. From Bitcoins to NFTs to Dogecoin and DeFi, we have updates about everything around these digital currencies. Understand the investing rationale and the risks involved in the space with me, Sage, on Crypto Buzz. Keep watching Kalkine TV. Welcome back after the break. You're watching the Crypto Buzz by Kalkine TV. I am Sage. And another protocol that has seen its token price reach the skies following news of an ecosystem development grant is Harmony One. And this blockchain protocol is known for its ability to improve scalability between the networks. We mentioned that Polkadot is associated with Harmony One just before the break and is up today. And through the use of cross-sharded contracts and infrastructure that supports cross-chain activity between multiple blockchains that include Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polkadot and the Binance Smart Chain. It's been a big turnaround for the one token on Harmony after the price plummeted to a new low close to $0.095 on August 30th. However, fast forward to October 25th and the price of one has now set a new all-time high, reaching $0.345 and its trading volume, being worth the mention, has attracted the masses, raking in over $800 million of investors' money. So to sum up what's brought Harmony into the spotlight, it would be primarily the $370 million ecosystem development grant, the timely completion of the Harmony One World Conference in Portugal, and the introduction of many superstar protocols that are due to partner with Harmony soon. At the time of writing this report, the price of Harmony's token one is at $0.3386, up 14.1%. And over the last 7 days, it is up 51.5%. And over the last 30 days, it is up 106.9%, according to data from CoinGecko. And now, as promised, the cherry on the Crypto Sunday, we have a very special interview with Hut 8 Mining Vice President of Corporate Development and Investor Relations, Ms. Sue Ennis. Hut 8's website described themselves as business-building technologists and believers in decentralised systems that promote financial inclusion and sustainability. As a profitable and responsible Bitcoin and digital asset miner powering the fourth industrial revolution, our mission is to create value for generations to come, in their own words. So enjoy this informative and inspirational interview. I'm Sage. Thanks for watching the Crypto Buzz by Kalkine. Welcome to the show, Sue.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. It's an absolute pleasure to be here today speaking with you guys.
Well, it's great to meet you and thank you for making time for us amidst your busy schedule. So you are one of North America's largest and most innovative digital asset miners, and you have the computing power to match, according to what's on your website, and that's an amazing position to be in after approximately just 4 years of trading. Also the first Canadian mining company to be listed on the TXS and NASDAQ.
So that's right.
Strategy
So we
instead
are,
of weird. Do you think that's a big change?
so we are,
mistake?
as you've said, and so very succinctly, so we're one of the oldest and the largest Bitcoin miners in the industry. And the reason why that matters and why that's something that we really
Yes.
focus on is the fact that we have weathered obviously the up times and the wonderful bull market cycles, but we've also weathered the down market and bear market cycles that have come in the past with this asset class. And so accordingly, we take a balance sheet first approach to how we manage our business. And that's effectively what's helped
Welcome
us,
to the crypto-
what's helped us
sorry.
keep the lights on during hard times and ultimately thrive during bull markets like we're in right now. So we're one of the
Welcome
OG,
to a special edition of the
original
Crypto
hodlers
Buzz
in this
by
space.
Kalkine
That means that
TV.
we've
I'm
been
Sage,
mining
and
holding
we're
Bitcoin,
going to give you
pretty consistently
plenty of
since
reasons to
inception,
keep watching till the end,
at
as
the
we have
end
a
of
special
2017,
guest
beginning
interview
of
with Hut
2018.
8, a Canadian mining company,
And right now,
the largest
we haven't
holder
sold
of
a coin since
self-mined
the beginning of
Bitcoin in the
January.
world,
So as
and
of
their
our
recent
last
purchase of
reported date, we're at
12,000 new
about
micro BT crypto mining rigs
4,724
for close to
Bitcoin on our
US
balance sheet.
$58.7 million,
We're also effectively
plus
3 Bitcoin
much,
and
much more.
blockchain-based businesses in one trade. So we do self-mining, we also have a white label hosting business, and we also have a yield and revenue strategy on top of our held Bitcoin. So yeah, that's Hut 8 Mining in a nutshell. And we're based out of Alberta, Canada, which is effectively like the Kuwait of North America. So it's incredibly cold, incredibly windy, incredibly dry, which is optimal conditions for mining because the machines do tend to run a little hot. And we recently just stood up actually a third mining site in Northern Ontario in Canada. Again, very cold, very windy, and yeah, we're really excited about what the future holds as Bitcoin continues to reach all-time highs. So yeah.
Absolutely, and it's a great time to connect with you at the moment. Not only have Bitcoin and Ethereum both set new all-time highs this month, but Forecast News reported that Hut 8 CEO Jamie Laverton announced the purchase of 12,000 new micro BT mining rigs, amounting to close to $58.7 million US dollars, which will be arriving at a rate of 1,000 rigs a month starting January. So that's big news just in this week. And there have been some big changes to Bitcoin's hash rate earlier this year due to China's regulations partly. How does Hut 8 navigate the geopolitical factors that impact the crypto sector?
Yeah, so we definitely, the geopolitical climate is certainly something we think about, when we're deciding where are we going to grow next, what's our next move in terms of setting up operations and where we're building partnerships. Canada right now is incredibly favorable to the crypto space. We actually also have a head of regulatory. Her name's Tanya Woods, and she's an absolute badass lawyer who was pretty instrumental in drafting some of the preliminary blockchain laws in Canada. So we take building relationships with governments and regulators very seriously because we think that is paramount to making sure that there's thoughtful innovation within a regulatory framework happening in Canada. So yeah, we're very cognizant as to sort of what the regulators are thinking and feeling, and we sort of are, that is part of our decision-making strategy when we are deciding where we're going to go next in terms of our business growth. And I will say that one of the things we do love about Alberta is it is traditionally an oil and gas province. As I mentioned earlier, it's like the Kuwait of North America. It's incredibly rich in resources. So we have an incredibly accommodative government there who, is very welcoming to the jobs that we bring, the income that we bring, and understands sort of the resources space. So yeah, that's a little overview of how we look at it.
Yes, certainly is a very wealthy part of the world, Alberta, Canada. So at the moment, Texas has been opening its doors to the displaced crypto miners from China. And is it the cost of electricity in Texas that's making mining there more attractive? How does power consumption impact the miners' earnings, please?
Yeah, so it is absolutely pretty much the number one cost of doing business. And so Texas is rife in not only oil and natural gas, but also in solar and wind energy. So it is a really interesting place. And it makes a lot of sense why people would be setting up shop there. Ted Cruz, I believe, who is the governor of Texas, is also incredibly pro crypto and pro innovation in Texas, which is wonderful. That's what, we want and what we need in this industry in order to ensure that we can thrive and survive and continue to innovate and prosper. So I really think, it is a combination of the wind and the solar power there, and also just the way that their energy markets are made up. What we love, though, about where we are in Alberta and Ontario is that we do have a mix of a little bit of solar and wind, but also natural gas. And our third site is actually behind the fence. So we negotiated a rate of less than 3 cents Canadian all inclusive. And that's one of the lowest rates in the Western Hemisphere. And it's behind the fence, which is, again, having control over the number one input of doing business, AKA being able to do business, and in the case of mining, have competitive power at your disposal, is incredibly important. So we're pretty excited, and the timing for our third site going up at this price point, it's an extra 100 megawatts at less than 3 cents Canadian per kilowatt hour, is a very big deal and very instrumental in terms of us being able to mine at the lowest cost possible, and then obviously hodl and maintain substantial profit margins.
Well, it's great to hear that the crypto industry is being able to integrate with the regulators, with the government. I mean, it sounds like renewable resources to power your energy is extremely important to your company, Hut 8. And also I've noticed that a lot of the crypto exchanges are working with regulators as well to fight against cybercrime and share their insights in relation to how the process works with the regulators, which is fantastic to hear as well. And Ethereum 2.0 is nearing, with the transition of Beacon Chain and Bitcoin's Taproot will be occurring soon. How are these going to impact the mining operations at Hut 8, please?
Yeah, so back in, I believe it was April, we made a strategic decision to, we will always be core Bitcoin miners, but we made a strategic decision to also move into Ethereum mining. And so we were actually one of 3 customers globally who was able to obtain a limited fleet of GPU miners from NVIDIA. And the strategy right now is we're going to be mining Ethereum, but then get paid out in Bitcoin on the pool level at a price of less than $3,000 Canadian per Bitcoin. So we're really excited about that. These are cutting edge GPUs. It was a limited fleet, a limited run that NVIDIA put out. Again, like I mentioned, we were one of only 3 global customers who were able to get our hands on this particular fleet. So it's like the Ferrari of GPU miners. And before, deciding on this purchase, we modeled it as though, and with the assumption that Ethereum would be moving from proof of work to proof of stake within the year. So this is back in April, May. And, what we've been hearing from on the ground, and actually what was recently announced, is that the next decision, they initially were hoping to go proof of stake for January, but it's actually now been pushed to at least May. And so even the way that we've modeled it, it still made economic sense for us to make this pivot and pivot into this particular realm of digital asset mining. Another thing that we really like about it is, let's just say proof of stake does come to fruition in the next 6 months. We are in a position that we can just simply pivot and mine the next most profitable proof of work GPU based coin. But another thing that's really exciting is the fact that there is also potential case that we do look at, instead of mining Ethereum and then getting paid out in Bitcoin on the pool level at less than $3,000 Canadian per coin, maybe we do look at potentially hodling at the beginning of January, and looking at a hodl strategy so that we can play in the incredibly exciting decentralized finance space that has a little bit over, I think, 65 billion in locked value at the moment, and some of these really interesting DeFi environments, yield farming protocols that are continuing to thrive. Our head of technology, Jason Zalewski, is also a staking yield farming DeFi master. So he was also very instrumental in this decision for us to pivot as well and complement our business operations into Ethereum mining. So that was a bit of a long-winded answer, but we're really excited about the opportunity in the space. And even if it moves to proof of stake, we can still, feel very confident about Ethereum is absolutely here to stay. And if anything, it will be incredibly bullish for other altcoins, we think. So.
Absolutely, absolutely. And in a segue to what you've just said, I think ThorChain's seeing some surging in its price because of that very factor of some of the decentralized finance protocols that it operates within. And there's going to be a lot of staked ether that's going to be released when Beacon Chain goes live, and they've been talking about that for about 4 years now, and you've just told us that that's going to be further delayed till perhaps May next year, so that's very interesting. Thanks for that information.
Yeah, I think the hard part is that this decision to move from proof of work to proof of stake isn't so much a technological challenge for the community, and it's the number 2 used digital asset in the world. It's captured a tremendous amount of market share and ideas and innovation, and is doing incredible things for just the proliferation of this industry in general. But so it's not so much of a technological challenge, but it's more so a governance challenge as well. Is that the community needs to have consensus in order for this to move forward. So I think it is still a little bit of ways off before it actually does happen. And again, we just got notice that it's been pushed to May, so it'll be interesting to see where it goes. But I certainly do not see a world where Ethereum's ever going away.
No. And it'll be interesting to see what the regulators say as well about the liquidity pools. I think they're still deciding about definitions surrounding that and how it relates to dark pools in the regular fiat markets as well. So yes, definitely a space to watch. So having one of the largest mining operations and cutting-edge technology, how does Hut 8's infrastructure allow them to minimise their carbon footprint? You've mentioned it a little about the renewable resources. Would you mind elaborating?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are grid connected in Alberta. So we've got 2 sites in Alberta, 109 megawatts in production, and then we have a 3rd site coming up that's an extra 100 megawatts of production out of Northern Ontario. So in Alberta, both of our sites are grid connected. One of them is directly connected to the grid in Medicine Hat, and then the other site is connected to the grid out of Alberta, which is a mix of about 25% solar and wind. And then this 3rd site is really interesting because we will be recycling some of the waste heat to actually melt some of the snow around the actual mining operation itself. And we also have undertaken quite a few ESG initiatives, and we will be telling the market more about that. But things like, for example, electrifying our vehicles on the ground, partnering with a company that instead of the styrofoam that comes off of a lot of the mining equipment that we receive, instead of that going directly to a landfill, we've instead partnered with a company that will compress that styrofoam and then actually resell it into the market. So looking at ways to also reduce our landfill footprint, and then ultimately though, looking at a carbon neutral strategy. So for example, this 3rd site that we have coming up in Northern Ontario in Canada is going to be carbon neutral by 2023. So those are just sort of high level, some of the things that we're looking at from an ESG perspective. And again, we really do consider the environment a stakeholder and a shareholder in our business. And so being incredibly thoughtful about that footprint is something that we're incredibly committed to, and we'll certainly be updating the market more about that moving forward.
Congratulations. That sounds like a fantastic strategy, and adding to the circular economy sounds great. Do you think the GPU supply chain crunch will have an impact on your operations? You mentioned that you've got in there with some of the fastest GPU processors available, but how do you think it's going to impact in the long run?
Yeah, so there certainly is a supply chain constraint just across the board for everyone, and obviously not just exclusive to the mining space. It's really happening everywhere across multiple industries. But one of the things that we have done to at least sort of mitigate for that is we actually have strengthened our relationship with MicroBT, that is one of the largest suppliers of mining manufacturing equipment. So we are now the only authorized MicroBT repair shop in Canada. And so what that means is that we will be servicing other miners and MicroBT equipment in North America and also Northern Europe. And ultimately what that means is that we do have more access to parts and machine parts at cost. We are a little bit closer to of that supply chain. We do have an incredible relationship, and we absolutely love our friends at MicroBT. So being strategic in terms of how we positioned ourselves to be a little bit closer to that supply chain has certainly helped us. Just in general, being incredibly creative and looking at how many different ways can we possibly diversify this business and earn as much multiple different avenues of ancillary revenue so that we can continue to be core Bitcoin miners has also been a priority for us as well. And we do think the future is bright and that the supply chain situations will resolve. It does take a little bit of creative sort of planning though at the moment.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for connecting with us today, because although the crypto sector is emerging to the mainstream, to a lot of people there still exists a massive gulf, and sharing your insights today has really helped to raise awareness about the ins and outs of operating a Bitcoin mining company. So thank you so much. Really do appreciate your time today.
Thank you so much for having me. It was an absolute pleasure chatting with you. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much again for making time for the show. Penny stocks as well.